Welcome back to Persona 5. Last time we met in Persona 5, we escaped from the castle and we're back in school. We got in trouble for being late and all that, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? But Ryuji approached us earlier and told us to meet him on the roof. And, you know, we gotta do that or the game will not progress. And sorry for the awkward start, by the way. For some reason, my video didn't do a countdown before I recorded, so that was weird. I'll think about that later. So right now, we just got to go to the rooftop. If past me will do that already. Oh, do I have to listen to every piece of dialogue? I know it's an RPG, but dude. No, there's no reason to go to the library. Oh my god. Dude. Anyway, so now we just... So earlier, I was explaining about the guide I was using, so, you know, I do have most of it written, and so it will be heavily followed. I will try not to deviate from it unless something is to occur by accident. But, you know, usually I try pretty hard to follow the guide pretty strictly. Rules were made to be broken, Joker.
There you are. Sorry for calling you up here like...
Oh, did I skip dialogue? I don't know what he said.
Kami already told you stuff like, don't get involved with him, huh? Figured as much. Then again, we're in the same boat. I heard you got a criminal record. Everyone's talking about it. No wonder you were so gutsy.
He even says that when your guts level is low. Yeah, because the guts is a social stat, so theoretically you should be getting guts every time you finish a battle in this game. But then again, we have our guts stat all the way up.
Just because we both remember it doesn't mean much, though. I mean, even if it was a dream, you saved me from Kamoshida. So yeah, thanks. Kamoshida we saw there. You probably don't know about it, but there are some rumors about him. Yeah, the ripped mop head. That asshole who was all full of himself at the castle. No one says anything against him because he's some medalist who took the volleyball team to nationals. The way Kamoshida was king of that castle felt crazy real because of that. We can go back to that castle again.
Oh damn, I forgot about that. Three Houses' DLC arrives on Thursday. I just got a text about that and I was just looking at it for a split second and someone was just reminding me. Damn it.
Pretty similar. I feel like we're gonna get along just fine as troublemakers.
I guess I should really talk about Scramble and what I'm what I think so far of it. I haven't played the demo. I feel like I have talked about it before, but I don't think I really went in depth with my opinions on it. So, judging from what I've seen so far, I've only watched the demo. I've never really played through it. It looks very interesting. It is a very different take on the Musou series, on the Musou genre, or, you know, Warriors games, for those who don't feel like calling it Musou like me. So, so as a Warriors game, it looks really good, and it kind of looks just like Persona 5 in terms of graphics, especially on the PS4, obviously, because Scramble will be released on the PS4 and Switch, so it is looking good. And the Switch version isn't looking terrible. There are some noticeable differences though, and I just think it's more of the shading with everyone. To me, I think in the not the shading, the shadows. Well, you think they would excel in that, considering it's Persona. Alright, anyway, the shadows just look really different. They're more limited. Like, you'll see that in the Switch version, Joker's face is much lighter. But in the PS4 version, it's a little darker, like he had a shadow over his face. But other than that, it looks really good. In terms of controlling, I mean, I wouldn't know off the top of my head, but I will admit it looks very odd in terms of that. Like, I feel like maybe there might be some things that look weird about it, but that just might be me on that. That is just coming from a perspective of someone who hasn't played the demo yet and has no real intention of doing so.
About time you've come to. On your feet, inmate. Our master wishes to speak with you. It's for your own sake that you take his words.
But the other thing is, I feel like this is like the one time I'm about to complain about this. The HUD in Scramble. Jesus Christ. It takes up like 90% of the screen. That's not a problem, but for a Warriors game, that's a bit of a problem, don't you think? Like, it takes up a good 90% of it. It's just like, and I'm mostly looking towards the perspective of the Switch. The Switch is a very small screen. And so when you're scaling all that down, I'm pretty sure you're going to barely be able to see some stuff. I'm pretty sure it'll look much better than I think it will. Maybe it'll change, but then again, no, the game comes out in like less than a week for Japan audience. No. What day is it today? February 20th. Oh, less than 2 weeks. It comes out on the 20th. That's the week after next at the time of this recording, because it is a week from Valentine's Day today. So Joker dodged a bullet. Jesus Christ, it's already fucking February. It's fucking February. I thought it was fucking December by now. I mean, with everything that happened in January, Jesus Christ, I thought a year already passed.
It
must be disheartening to make use of the Metaverse Navigator alone. Should there be others who would prove beneficial to you, I will grant it to them as well.
So basically, Igor is explaining why everyone else will be getting the Metaverse Nav in later parts, because Ryuji's gonna mention it later, saying that weird app you found on your phone had an eye on it, right? And Joker will explain it to him. Now, I think this is going to be the most normal part of the game today, because... Actually, no, because there's some palace stuff today. Because we're actually about to demonstrate some schooling. I do like how it slowly starts to stop show. It slowly shows us, like... stopped showing us how Joker does his commute. Like in the first day, yesterday we had to manually do it, and then on the second day it just shows Joker leaving LeBlanc and turning the sign over. And then every day after this, it will just literally show Joker going on the train, and that's it. So I do like that. It shows that Joker's getting used to this.
What's going on?
I wonder what game that guy's playing right there. Probably Persona 4 Golden. It's a fucking Vita. I mean, who has a Vita besides me? Man, I feel bad for the Vita. It's just a JRPG machine, unfortunately. That's what sucks. It's like, I like the handheld. It looks really nice and it's impressive. It's just, I only use it for JRPGs. Like, I use it for Persona. It's a Persona machine, because I have Persona 3 Portable, I have Persona 4 Golden, Persona 4 Dancing for some reason, and I think I have Persona 2 Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment on there, and Persona 1, and that's all I use it for. So this is where we're starting our classing. Basically, on certain days, they will ask you a class question, and you have to answer it. If you answer it correctly, you get 1 point of knowledge. Yes, you will be cursed with knowledge. If you answer it incorrectly, though, nothing happens and people make fun of you.
Correct.
I believe back in Persona 3, you got Charm for getting a question right. But in Persona 4, I think you got Academics as well. I don't remember. I haven't played those games in a while. Well, I've been playing Persona 3 lately. Well, I know Persona 3 is you just get charm, but you know, I already got all the social stats up with Persona 3, so I think I just got like I was playing last night before bed because I like to play Persona 3. I only play video games at my leisure when I'm rendering stuff or you know just when I'm just trying to relax. And Persona 3 is just one of those games like I'm trying to marathon it at a time. And ooh. You know, I noticed this just now. Kamoshida's hair looks different in his model than it does in his portrait. Like, it looks shorter in his model, but in his portrait, it's long. I don't know if it's just the angle or if it's... I'm pretty sure they fix it in later parts, I believe. And then again, that wouldn't make sense to fix that. Like, it might be the angle I'm looking at it from. Then why don't you not do that? Well, you know, they take sports seriously, so I'm assuming. So I don't know. I don't do sports. I don't. How do you sport? You know I can hear you, right? I'm standing right here. How has no one found this suspicious? I'm just standing here. Oh, no, it was the angle. It was the angle. Okay, it was just me. It was just a weird angle. What the fuck am I getting emails from eBay for?
Yo. Hey.
Oh yeah, so Ryuji is now trying to get to the castle again, because, you know, Ryuji's dumb enough to do that shit twice. So, yeah, Ryuji is trying to get us killed. Please pick I'm out. Pick I'm out. No, don't. Oh, you idiot. For dialogue choices, it doesn't really matter what you choose because they all react the same way. For most of them, the only time I actually do care about dialogue choices is during confidants, because during I'll get into confidants later, but confidants basically, when you choose certain dialogue options, they give you more points towards their bond, and if you choose certain ones, it doesn't give you as many points or doesn't even give you any at all. So really be careful with that. Also, I will mention this now. Try to have personas matching arcanas of certain social links. Thankfully, though, this game does away with one thing I love that I hated back in Persona 3. I mean, it was only because it wasted so much time to fix. The reversible social links. Like, if you didn't talk to someone for a very long period of time, or you said something wrong and guess what happened? Their social link reversed, and you had to find a way to fix it. I believe you don't get the benefits of that arcana anymore. So all that arcana boosting you got because of them is gone.
Let's try again.
And it sucks. I want to go home.
Don't worry, I won't mess up this time.
He wasn't talking about LeBlanc. He just wants to go home. That was bad. That was bad.
For real?
Okay, can we keep a count of for reals in this game? Like, I'm pretty sure we're already at 30.
did that. I didn't see anything like it around here. Huh? Phone. Hey, that reminds me. Didn't you have a navigation app thingy on back then? I don't know if it was or not, but I heard stuff that sounded like one coming from your phone. You know, didn't it say stuff like returned to the real world or something like that? Let me see your phone for a bit. What's this eyeball-looking thing? That's not how I'd describe it.
I describe it pretty like that.
What a weird app. Oh, wait, this is it. I knew it. It is a navigation app. There's even your search history. Oh, man, I'm such a genius. Let's try using it. Why? All we're doing is starting an app.
Kamoshida. Shujin Academy. Pervert. Castle. Beginning navigation.
There we go. And then we went in a certain direction and... Hey, what are you... Huh? What the hell?
Even though, okay, so this game established that there are 4 keywords right now, but now we only need 3 keywords. So, why would Kamoshida's keyword be pervert? Oh, we're back in our clothes. We're back in the metaverse garb.
We made it back. That means what happened yesterday was for real too. Ah, those clothes. That happened last time too, huh? What's with that outfit?
You jelly.
I ain't jealous. What's going on here? This makes no effing sense at all.
Hey! Stop making a commotion.
You?
The shadows started acting up, so I came here wondering what it could be. To think you guys would come back to the entrance when you barely managed to escape.
What is this place? Is it the school?
That's right.
But it's a castle!
This castle is the school, but only to this castle's ruler.
The castle's ruler?
I think you called him Kamoshida. It's how his distorted heart views the school.
Kamoshida? Distorted?
Sorry for my lack of commentary. I'm actually watching the cutscene right now.
That makes sense.
I shouldn't have expected a moron
So yeah,
today.
basically, Morgana's explaining that this is the school, but it's just like Kamoshida sees it as his own castle because, you know, he rules the place.
For real? Oh shit, it's for real. We saw other guys held captive here yesterday. I'm pretty sure they're from our school.
Most likely on Kamoshida's orders. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's like that every day here. What's more, you two escaped yesterday. He must have lost his temper quite a bit.
That son of a bitch!
Ryuji?
This is bullshit! You hear me, Kamoshida?
Doing that isn't going to open it, you know. Still, it seems you have your reasons.
Hey, Mona Mona!
Mona Mona.
It's Morgana!
How do you screw up Morgana?
You want me to take you to them? Well, I guess I could guide you there. But only if he comes with us.
Just, no way. He just cuts to the credits.
For real? Thanks, man.
Alright,
Do you want to grow up to be a Pokemon master? No. Cuts to the credits and ends the game.
now then.
All right, so I believe I'm actually approaching the end of the part, because I really don't. Yeah, you'll find out because I think I paused the game. I do like that little. I like that little transition, by the way. I don't know why. I just like it. This game has style and it has grace, and I will admit it looks great. Yeah, next part, Morgana. So the next time we meet in Persona 5, we're going to explore a little bit more of Kamoshida's castle. We're really starting to get close to the infiltration process, so I'll see you guys next time for more Persona 5, and take care.